yo, my new thing is I don't want you round if you useless. I make a living rhyming, same job as Dr. Seuss's. People only give to get back, that's recoupment. Always have their two hands out, like they. My new thing is you ain't even gotta be my new chick. You can just pull up and hang out.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you, the kicker, Chad Ryland. Gonna get things started. Off we go from AT&T Stadium. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And a good run there to get him 5 yards.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Yeah! Hey, boy,
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Third and short. Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And that'll set up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he is going to have a Cowboys 1st down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Dalvin Tomlinson fighting off the blocks to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and
8. 2nd down, 8 yards to go.
yeah! Here we go!
Prescott now. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Dak going for it all. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. That's the safety. Buda Baker. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong. Let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. That's caught. It's James Conner. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case, nice job by the quarterback getting that ball in his hands and letting him do the rest after the catch.
Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again is Murray. He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
First down,
Again, it's Murray. He'll get that one out to Conner. And he's in! James Conner. Touchdown, Arizona.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. It's another run here for Williams. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it 2nd down and 7. Play fake. Prescott. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. George Pickens. Touchdown, Dallas.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
It's going to be caught in the end zone, and they take the lead by 1.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Murray. That's caught by Harrison right side. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott. In the middle of the field, it's taken by CeeDee Lamb. And he will get into the end zone. CeeDee Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
16, Cardinals 7.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
1st down throw for Murray. This pass is caught by Greg Dortch. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Cardinal 1st down.
They'll throw on 1st down with Murray. And that one incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Murray's going to throw again. He's got his tight end. That's McBride. 1:58 to go in the 1st half of play. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. To throw again is Murray. That'll be taken in by Connor. And he is out of bounds down at the 21. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. They'll come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Murray. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That is brought in at the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. Connor. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try to sneak it here, and he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense. How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against the wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So, on 4th down, out comes Chad Ryland for the Arizona field goal.
An 18-yard attempt.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Cardinals are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll let this go for Pickens. That's caught! And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Arizona.
On first down, Murray. And that ball incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
2nd and 10. Back to throw is Murray. Back to the sideline and intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here just past the 30.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
On second down, it's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he'll get forward for a fumble. It's second down.
Just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Yeah! What do you think?
From the shotgun, it's Dak. This ball batted away. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And 8 yards to go.
Yes!
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. Not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's second and 8.
Yeah! What do you think?
Dak to throw. Short throw brought in by Schoonmaker. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Yes!
They'll go with Williams. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
First down.
What do you think?
They'll go again here with Williams. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
That's good.
Arizona will take its first timeout. Clock will stop. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Valuable lesson, man. I had to grow up. That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself.
Here we go. What do you think?
Williams, and he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Down at the 2-yard line.
So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Yes! What do you think?
To throw is Prescott. He's got his big tight end, Jake Ferguson. Touchdown, Dallas. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. And they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this two-point try.
The Cowboys will line up for the
They'll look to throw. And he will get in for the two. They open up the bag of tricks at the goal line and add a pair of points. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. First down, the drive begins with Connor. And some good running there. He'll fall forward for about 7.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balance in attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. James Conner, the intended target. And it'll be third down. Now, Murray. He finds his man. It's Dortch. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's an Arizona first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 38 yards.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is, and in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
Time is an issue. 1 timeout, 2-minute warning to work with, but they need points. First down and 10. Again, it's Murray. Quick throw, taken in. And the Cardinals are going to be looking at first and goal. They move it down to the 4. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, here is first and goal. They'll drop to throw. That's hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
Extra point now by Riley. And he missed it. Missed the extra point. No good. And the score remains the same. Here's Ryland now. After the TD, he'll send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Prescott on first down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15 at the 22-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Yeah! Here we go! Go!
Back to throw is Prescott. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a 2-possession game here late. Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. He'll take a shot, looking for Wilson. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the safety, Malik Hooker. And a big return. He's finally tackled right near midfield.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Yeah, Billy!
1st down, Prescott. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can. And when you connect, it is a thing of beauty. And in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. We'll be back up now to start this drive. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Start this drive on the ground, and it's Connor. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Cards going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
3rd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Murray. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Deron Black. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown.
So it's third down, and just seems clear that he's just trying to do anything to keep the drive alive. But even though you're trying to keep the puck team off the field, you just can't be careless and reckless. And that's really what he ended up being, Mike. And defense takes advantage and takes it back to the house.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
A return now from the 4. And the good kick pays off. Will only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. Murray now to throw on first down. Flush to his right, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They were the aggressors.